Finest players! What's up, guys? RyDog54 bringing another video today. Today, you're going to take a look at my votes for the finest program and who I think should be voted for and who I want you guys to vote for as well. So let's jump into it really quick. This is what the page looks like. It's on theshownation.com. Check out my last video if you want to know exactly how to vote. But this is what it looks like. Each team has 3 players, and we're going to go over it really briefly for you guys why I am picking them. So there's going to be a couple of things I'm focusing on, pretty much 3 things I'm focusing on, and that is who was the best player of the 3, whose card do I think will play the best in MLB The Show, and who maybe am I biased against, or for, I should say. So let's jump into it, guys. We're going to start off with the Baltimore Orioles. The 3 options: Jonathan Villar, who actually had a pretty good year, Trey Mancini, and John Means, who was the rookie phenom. I'm going with Trey Mancini. Love me some Trey Mancini. He's hitting like 290, like 170 something hits. He's a monster. He's the best hitter on their team, and he has no protection. He's a monster. Going with Trey Mancini. Next pick: Red Sox. We got Mookie, Brandon Workman, and Rafael Devers. I'm going to go with Mookie just because I think he's the best overall player. I would go with Devers, but I think he's still going to have low defense regardless. He was unanimously probably the worst defensive third baseman in the league this year. So I think even if he does get voted for, he is going to have low defense and not going to be super appealing to actually use. So that's why I'm going with Mookie. Yankees, going with Glaber. Gio was very close. I don't know why Gary's on here, honestly. He was hurt a lot, and honestly just hit home runs. That's about it this year. Hit a lot of them, but going with Glaber, best overall player. Next up, Tampa Bay Rays, going with Austin Meadows. I think he's just been the most consistent player on their team this year, and borderline just a star all year. I know he's had his ups and downs, but his ups have been a lot higher than his downs, and he rakes. He's got decent speed. Defense is iffy, but I don't think it's going to be something that is going to absolutely kill this card. So going with Austin Meadows here. Blue Jays, Ken Giles, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Bo Bichette. Going with my boy Bo. Insane start. I think he's still hitting around 290, 300. He's a stud. Going with Bo. Ken is having a good year, and so is Lourdes, though. Next up in the American League, we got the White Sox. I love this one. This one's a tough choice, but I'm going with Yoan Moncada, switch hitting third baseman, having a fantastic year. And another reason why I'm not picking Tim Anderson is because Tim Anderson, like Rafael Devers, worst shortstop this year, leads the league in errors. I don't think he's going to have good enough defenses to play shortstop efficiently, knowing how important defense is. Going with Yoan Moncada. Indians, Lindor, unanimously, he's their best player. Always has been. We're going to try to speed this up a little bit, guys, so I don't bore you. Tigers, this one's tough. I'm probably going to go with, I'll go with Matthew Boyd, a lefty. Got good stuff. He had a breakout year this year. Nothing hurts getting another lefty in the game. Royals, Jorge Soler, Hunter Dozier, Whit Merrifield. I'm going with Whit just because Whit's never really had that all-star card. Whit is literally like one of the best leadoff hitters in the league, if not the best. He hits 300 pretty much religiously, and he's just really underrated. I know Jorge Soler has a ton of power and like 40-something home runs this year, but Whit is the best player on that team, and that's why I'm picking him. Twins, interesting selection here, but I'm going to pick Mitch Garver just because he had such a breakout year, over 30 home runs. I want a catcher that has a lot of power, and I think Mitch Garver is going to bring the most power. And we're Gary Sanchez deciding on who gets voted in for the Yankees, but Mitch Garver's my pick. Taylor Rogers a close second. Astros, this is really difficult. Love me some Jose Altuve, but I'm going with the young gun, Yordan Alvarez. Jose Altuve, I love his card so much, but they don't give him any credit on defense, so I don't think they're going to give him credit on defense with a finest card. So I'm going with Yordan. Hopefully they give him like 125 power from both sides, and he just absolutely demolishes the baseball. George Springer would actually be a good one too, so I hope one of them two win. Jose Altuve is not going to have good enough defense. Angels, unanimous. Shohei Ohtani, I don't think there's really any question about it. Everyone wants a pitcher and a hitter, and I think with the finest program, they're going to make him really good at both. Kind of interesting, though, because he didn't pitch, though, so see how they go with that. A's, I'm going with Marcus Semien. He's unanimously the best player on their team this year. People will argue with me all day that it's Matt Chapman, but stats show it, and just watching A's games, Marcus Semien is the best player on this team this year. Matt Olson was a close second just because a giant power bat from the left side would be cool, but Marcus Semien is my pick for the A's. Going with the Mariners, I'm going to go with Kyle Seager. He's had a crazy second half. Daniel Vogelbach had a crazy first couple weeks, but he slowed down a lot. Same with Marco Gonzalez. He slowed down a lot. Kyle Seager's just the only person on the team really hitting consistently right now, other than like some of the younger guys on their team that got brought up late in the season. Texas Rangers, I'm going to go with, this is a tough one because I do want to pick Danny Santana, but Mike Minor at his age deserves a finest card. He really does. Breakout year. I mean, not breakout year because he's been in the league for so long, but unbelievable season for Mike Minor, and that's why I'm picking him. Another lefty arm. Braves, notice Acuna is not there. Between these three, Ozzie Albies, Mike Soroka, Max Fried, I'm going with Mike Soroka. Dude, arguably might win NL Cy Young. He's been amazing. The best rookie arm we've probably seen in a really long time statistically. Him and Chris Paddock for the Padres are nasty. I'm going with Mike Soroka. Ozzie Albies was a close second, though. Switch hitting second baseman. We already got Robbie Alomar, though, so we'll be good on that end. Marlins, Garrett Cooper, Brian Anderson, Jorge Alfaro. This is a tough choice because you don't really know too many of them. I'm going with Alfaro. He's a catcher. Got a lot of power. He's a big dude. Let's just vote in a bunch of catchers so we have more options at that position. Mets, Michael Conforto, Jeff McNeil, and Seth Lugo. As much as I want to pick Conforto, I'm a big Conforto fan. Jeff McNeil deserves it. He's been the best hitter on the Mets all year. It'd be cool to see him with the finest card and maybe get a little more pop on his bat. A little more pop on that finest card. That would be pretty cool. Phillies, I'm going to go with... This is tough, actually. I'm going to go with Bryce Harper, though. Aaron Nola was pretty good. Nothing, like, spectacular. And Hector Neris he's a stud, too. But Bryce Harper is the difference maker on that team. He really is. He's had a down year, but that's really just batting average-wise. He's hitting a lot of home runs. He's really good with runners in scoring position. Going with Bryce. Nationals, easy pick. Anthony Rendon, NL MVP. Taking it there. At least I think he's NL MVP. It's going to be close between him and Yelich, though, I think. Yelich going down gives Rendon a shot at it, though. Cubs. This is a really difficult one. Wilson Contreras, another catcher. I'm going to go with Anthony Rizzo, though. He's one of my favorite players, and I think all these guys deserve it equally, so I'm just going to be a little bit biased and pick Rizzo here. Reds, got to go with Eugenio Suarez. Sonny Gray had an amazing year this year, and Aristides Aquino, he's only been up in the MLB for like a month. He's done great, but Eugenio Suarez might hit 50 home runs if he stays hot for the end of the year. Deserves it, 100%. He's never had that next level card. Brewers, this is really tough, actually. I want a Keston Hiura card, and I want a Mike Moustakas card, but I'm voting for Yasmani Grandal. Switch hitting catcher, used his live series card for a long time, was pretty dang good with it. Can't imagine how good a finest card would be. Pirates, I'm going with Brian Reynolds. Josh Bell had an amazing first half. Slowed down a bunch in the second half, unfortunately. Starling Marte has been really consistent too this year, but I'm going with Brian Reynolds. Pretty much just setting the bar for rookies. I think he's hitting around 330 still. I think last time I saw it was like 328. Absolute stud. Tons of doubles. He is a monster. Plays really good defense. I'd love to see how good they can make that card. Cardinals, got to go with Jack Flaherty. His second half is up there with one of the best second halves of all time, pitching-wise. Probably competes with Jake Arrieta a few years back when Jake Arrieta was so good in the second half that he won Cy Young. So I'm curious if Jack Flaherty will do the same. And Colton Wong's having a good year too, but Jack Flaherty's my pick for the Cardinals. And then the last division is the NL West. My Arizona Diamondbacks got to go with Ketel Marte, best second baseman in the major leagues this year. He played some center field as well. He played a lot of center field as well, but that was just because the team asked for it. He'd be playing second base every single day if there wasn't other players to play. He's literally just going to center so someone else can get in the lineup that's good. And being a good guy. He's a second baseman, though. Best second baseman in MLB. That's why I'm picking him. Rockies. I'm sorry, this is an easy pick. Nolan Arenado never gets the freaking big cards. He never does. Literally, he deserves it. Trevor Story's a beast. So is Scott Oberg, but best third baseman in MLB. Give me a little bit of Nolan Arenado. Dodgers, this is tough. Max Muncy doesn't need another card. He has 2 cards, 3 cards already. Justin Turner doesn't have anything. It's just his live series card. And Ryu has a Tops Now card. Honestly, Ryu's been too good this year. He has. Justin Turner's a stud too. But I don't think Justin Turner's card is going to get used very much regardless of how good it is. There's a lot of good options at third base. So going with Ryu here. Another lefty that we could potentially get on the bump. You know I'm picking Fernando Tatis, my favorite rookie this year. He's an absolute monster for the San Diego Padres. Manny's had a pretty decent year. You would say down year, but playing in San Diego for their first year, I don't think it's too terrible of a year what he's doing. Chris Paddock's also a monster, probably the second best rookie pitcher this year. But Tatis would have won Rookie of the Year if he didn't get hurt. And I love him, so we got to pick him. Last one, Kevin Pillar, Will Smith, Mike Yastrzemski. I'm going with Yaz, 28-year-old rookie, comes in, takes advantage of it, and has played really damn good this year. I'd love to see him have a card. Will Smith is another, would be nice too for a bullpen guy, but I'm going to be a little bit biased. Go with Yastrzemski. He deserves it. He's literally like fueled that offense this entire time he's been up in the league. So he's a monster. Those are my picks this week, guys. Or I guess this year. There's no weeks of this. So this will go until the 30th for voting, September 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. Vote for who I voted for, I want to say. But no, go vote, guys. Make sure you guys vote. Obviously, vote for whoever you want. And I hope that we can get some really good cards. I'm curious to see who's going to win. I'm really excited to see who's going to win these votes. And you guys have a great night. If you guys don't already, follow me on Twitter at RyDog54. I use it a lot. If you never need to get in contact with me, Twitter, I reply to anybody. But that's going to be it for me, guys. You voted for all 30 teams. Look for a special gift in your inventory for MLB The Show 19 after voting ends on September 30th. Don't know what that means. Hopefully that means like we get a finest pack or something. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. In the comments, guys, let me know who you guys voted for and if I voted for someone that maybe I shouldn't have. All right, guys, have a great day. See ya.